Yo, what's going on, guys? Savage here. Today I'm bringing you guys another solos tip video, and I know, guys, everyone's super hyped right now about Cold War coming out, but we still have a few months till its release, so we need to go ahead and focus up, keep improving, and continue on getting W's in Warzone. Guys, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel, join the Wolfpack today. Also, make sure you leave a like on the video. Let's get this video to 500 likes. And if you want to find other teammates to play with that's part of the community, make sure you join our Discord. The link will be in the description as well. That way you guys can team up and get some wins. But guys, without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into the video. All right, here we are spectating stacks, and he kind of landed in a no-go spot. There's nothing here. There's really not going to be that many kills, so I wouldn't consider this a hot drop by any stretch of the imagination. He's not going to be able to get a loadout stash that fast if someone else is here, and because the doors are open, I'm going to assume someone else is looting this spot as well. So he's just basically going to be an immediate fight with nothing but an Uzi and a Kar98. Remember, guys, if you're going for kills, make sure you hot drop. If you're going for a slow and passive win, make sure you go for bounties. Either way, you should be going for something. Now, someone threw out their loadout stash, and the first thing he does is he hears a noise, so he freezes behind a building. Guys, if you hear a noise and you think it's a gunshot, make sure you still move. That wasn't a gunshot. That was clearly a loadout drop, but he didn't know that. He instantly froze up because he thought he was getting shot at. If you're getting shot at, you need to move, because if you freeze where you're at, guess what? You're going to get shot. So here we are right now with an enemy buying a loadout drop, and he seems to be pretty unaware. Guys, make sure you're utilizing your audio at full capacity. You want to be baiting the hell out of this. This should be an easy kill for him. All right, I want you guys to notice that he's just sitting here staring at the ground. There's nothing here. There's no movement. There's nothing. We know that there's an enemy somewhere around there, but standing here, putting yourself vulnerable to 360 degrees is not the play. There's two things you could do right here. You could either A, push that building and hopefully find the guy and fight him, or B, keep playing passive and keep looting it up. I always want to encourage you guys to play aggressive, so I would push this compound. Don't just run in the middle of the street. Use these boxes. Bounce from the building to here, all the way through, and get to the building safely. What he's doing right here is just putting himself out there to get shot in the head. All right, so here we are pushing it. Notice how he's not sprinting. He's just slow walking. If this guy was anywhere in this building, he would just shoot you in the head. You have no cover. You're not protected. You're a vulnerable target. Also, navigate your eyes over to the mini map. Notice that a Big Bertha has just been hopped into and is probably going to drive off. I would imagine the time he wasted on that roof gave the enemy ample amount of opportunity to work his way to a vehicle so that he could rotate out, and he's probably going to go after some objectives and things like that. So now, because you landed here and he didn't push a fight, this whole entire compound's looted. You have 200 bucks. You're slow walking. Look, here's the difference between veteran players and new players, and this isn't even talking about the goats. This is just your intermediate players versus your noobs. A lot of people have the thought that if I slow walk or if I crouch walk, that the enemy will not be able to hear me, but you're very wrong. Anybody who's got a decent headset can hear crouch walking, can hear prone crawling. We can hear everything. All you're doing is making your movement slower and allowing me and other players time to outplay you and flank you from behind or things like that. So if you're going to push a building, make sure you push a building. I am 900% sure that the enemy that called out his loadout was the one that hopped in Big Bertha. So this guy's basically just wasting time. I know. All right, I'm not really sure exactly what he's doing right here. He's sitting in a truck baiting out. Well, I can't really call it baiting because there's nothing to bait. It's just a trophy system and some random stuff. All right, so we hear shots being shot southeast. Hopefully he gets on this vehicle and starts to push them. If you're in a position, guys, to where there's 60 players left in a solos match and you have one kill and $200 and you don't have a loadout, you're better off just fighting people, guys. Grab a vehicle and start pushing people, because the last thing you want to do is play an entire 25 to 30-minute match with these weapons, without money, without streaks, without plates, without your loadout. You don't want to waste your time. So if you're in a position where the match is basically what we call chalked, meaning you're probably going to lose anyway, you need to identify that and just start pushing people. There's no shame in just bailing out of a match, but instead of backing out, start pushing people and playing aggressive. Again, guys, I say this in videos, don't ADS if you don't have anything to ADS on. Now, if you're at a very far range and you're scoping in real quick and you're looking around and you're scoping in, that's fine. That's different. But don't just stand there and ADS and scan back and forth, especially when you're only 100 feet away from the target. That's something your eyes should be able to pick up without being ADS'd. If you guys are newer to first-person shooters, because there's a lot of you guys that watch my video that are, ADS is aim down sights. Basically exactly what it says, aiming down your sight. So you want to try to refrain yourself from aiming down your sights whenever you're trying to just look for a target. I only ADS when I see a target and need to snap on him to shoot him. All right, fast forward the video a little bit. There's 40 people left, and still here we are looting the same compound with the same guns. Now there's a guy running out there. He actually spotted him. Hell yeah, absolutely awesome. Notice how he spotted the enemy without having ADS, right? I'm not even gonna laugh. I do this shit pretty often too, but my spacebar is going out. And my spacebar, if you're not a PC player, is your parachute button. So that's my excuse. I don't know what his is. All right, here we are spectating Sir Cheesy, who's got his MP5 and the new Finn LMG. I hear footsteps in front of him. And not to mention, he popped up on the mini-map. Guys, pay attention to your mini-map. He didn't need his heartbeat. The guy was right there. It popped up. You got to also remember, there also was another dot back here. Let me rewind the video for you guys. Now, look, there's a guy on top of the roof right here on mini-map. And then you have the guy in front of you who's about to shoot that we've already identified, right? There's no need for a heartbeat once again, because we already saw the mini-map. He's dead. That's a pretty self-explanatory kill. But do not forget about this guy that's back here. Let's see how well this dude really pays attention to his mini-map. There he is looking at the roof. He clearly pays attention somewhat. This is a perfect example of gatekeeping. You don't always have to be within the circle to gatekeep. You can legitimately just gatekeep outside the circle. He's got to move his way to you. And usually if they're on top of the building, they're going to bail off. And when they jump off buildings, it's the easiest kill in the world. Shooting people in parachutes is like shooting fish in a barrel. Notice how he didn't instantly shoot when he saw him run between the doorways. He waited for the enemy to get out in the open before he took a shot. Anyway, Sir Cheesy's now got $13,000, 9 kills. He's sitting real pretty. There's still 30 people left he could kill. The chances of him dropping 20 kills is probably pretty slim, just because, again, the circle's so big. People will probably die off to each other before he gets there. But he can still hit a double-digit kill game. He can still get 15, 16 easily. All right, there's a vehicle coming in from behind him, coming directly at him, which is very, very awkward. How would this guy know where he's at? I guess there's a small chance that Sir Cheesy, who seems to have his shit together, doesn't have a ghost loadout. I doubt it, since we're so late in the game, but there's a small chance. No accusations, guys. Not today. Dude absolutely beamed him. Here we are spectating whatever his name is. I have no idea. I'm gonna call him D. He's got 7 kills and $20,000, making his way back to his vehicle. So D is driving around now, looking for enemies to go to. He's marking some buy stations. He's got some money, and he's got to use it quick. All right, so someone's shooting at him with a Rytec. He's going to be extremely aggressive and try to find this guy and kill him. Now, you got to be careful, because that Rytec will mess you up. That Rytec will take you out. Now, he had a self-res, but he was a little delayed on getting it off. This guy has no idea where he's at. Here we go. This is the moment right here. Oh, my God. You hate to see it. No! It was like watching two bots shoot at each other. Holy crap. Wow. All right. Well, there that is. Yo, D got real lucky. Real lucky that he didn't find you. I will say I wasn't using the integral suppressor on the MP5. A lot of people on my Twitch chat were asking me why. I really like the monolithic suppressor on it, to be honest. But I will say that the integral has really turned into one of my favorites. I feel like I just blitz people down so much faster. But look, he's got 30 seconds left, and he is completely bailing out on the buy station. He's got multiple vehicles around him he could jump on to get himself to buy. Guys, if you're ever in a position where you blow up a vehicle and you don't know where the enemy is, just look around the immediate area. That guy was like crossing the street for some reason. I don't know what he thought was going to happen. He downed the guy. He blew up the vehicle right in front of him. So clearly the body had to be close. He just made a bad call and paid the price for it. All right, so this compound's a pretty good compound. I'll usually push this thing. It's a hard compound to push, but it's very rewarding. There's usually going to be, if you're playing quads, there's usually going to be a team in here for sure. You're playing solos, you're talking about 2 or 3 people for the most part. People love the rooftop of that building. I mean, there's really nothing else he could buy. He's got ammunition. He's got a plate stash. He's set up. Now, this is something I've been meaning to talk to you about, but we haven't been able to talk about it because I haven't spectated anybody to do it. Basically, if you want to use your money for an advanced UAV, which in this circle, since there's only 19 people left, I definitely would use UAV. But if you're talking early game, mid game, save your money and just get UAVs time and time again. Basically what he's doing, grab a UAV, hold on to your money, activate the UAV, drive around, go find the guy, jump out, kill him, then go back to the buy station, buy another UAV, and just keep repeating the process. That way you know exactly who you're hunting down and exactly where they're at. It's also a great strategy. Again, we haven't really spectated anybody that's done this, so I haven't been able to explain this to you guys, but make sure you're utilizing one of those tactics. But I wanted to rewind the video to show you guys something that he did that is just proof that he's at least an intermediate player, right? He throws out the UAV. The UAV marks an enemy. So what does he do? He pings the enemy. And I want you to notice as he approaches the enemy, what happens. Now, this is why I always like to find out the details before I accuse people of hacking. Right? So in the enemy's kill feed, he's going to think to himself that he's a hacker because he didn't have a UAV up at the time, blah, blah, blah. But what people don't realize is just because he doesn't have a UAV right now doesn't mean he didn't have one. So he's already got the building mark where he last saw the enemy. He still has a UAV. He could use it if he wants to. I wouldn't, but that's how he knows exactly where this guy is. So he jumps out the vehicle early, which is a great decision. You do not want to get the vehicle close to the building, which allows the enemy to throw C4 and kill you. Here comes another vehicle to his left. He's got to be very careful how he plays the situation. He's waiting for the vehicle to pass before he gets into the fight. I like that. Good decision. Now the guy's just sitting in the building. He doesn't want to fight. There's just nothing you can do about that. So all you're going to just go in, throw the C4. Oh, what you don't want to do is that. You don't want to run right up to the door and allow him to get that close to killing you. Just kind of run to the door, and when you get close, just start ADSing and scanning as you're moving, right? If you don't see him immediately, then you can push in there and chase him because he's probably running. Situations like that is one of the reasons why I love Tracker, because if he does take off, I know exactly where he is and I can hawk him down. All right, let's see if he continues doing the strategy of the UAVs. I'm pretty sure he'll go back to the buy station, buy another UAV, and keep this up. Again, guys, you want to increase your win count, you got to use UAVs. You can get advanced, you can spam UAVs one at a time. It's up to you guys, but you need to utilize UAVs. There he goes, marking a buy and going back to it. Now, this buy is a little sketch. I hate this buy because people are always camping this damn building. He's heartbeating real quick, doesn't see anything on the heartbeat. Again, play alert, even if no one's a heartbeat, because Ghost is running rampant, bro. This building makes me nervous as hell, and it's making him nervous too. He hears shots down to his right, but it seems pretty far away. Calls the UAV out. He's way closer than I thought, to be honest. So we have the enemy, and it shows the arrows up. We hear shooting that direction, so I'm going to go ahead and assume in my head he's not in the air. I hear shots coming from that direction. It seems a little bit further than what I originally thought, but it's closer, apparently, right? So I'm going to assume, if you know the layout of the map, guys, and you should, especially since he just came from that way, we know there's a ridge right here behind this fence, right? We know there's a ridge. I'm assuming this guy heard the vehicle and now he's hunting you down. So you need to make sure you don't put yourself in a bad position to fight this guy. What you could do to contest him, because I'm assuming he's aiming at this compound, or at least looking at it, you can jump on these containers right here and put some shots on them. You could work this fence line as much as you want and put some shots on him. But the last thing you want to do is push this guy straight up, because he's going to have the high ground. D seems pretty, oh, never mind. I was going to say he seems pretty confident, but here he is putting himself out in the open. And you don't stand a chance. All right, so here we are spectating R99 man. I don't know where these names are coming from. Start coming up with names like Bruce or Dwayne. All right, here we are. He spots an enemy to the 60, starts taking shots off on it. This thing's got a pretty nice iron sight, so definitely utilize it. Now, in this situation, the enemy should just bail back. The enemy's got enough cover to where he can run away and get safe and get a reposition, but he wants to challenge him for some unknown reason. Holy crap, he won the fight. Well, I'm wrong. There's no reason why our dude shouldn't have won that fight, period. He missed a lot of his shots at the end. The guy was apparently able to play it up and absolutely annihilate him. So here we are, another player with $20,000. It seems like every time someone's got 20 bands on them, they end up getting wrecked. You just need to start remembering to spam the shit out of the pickup button if you're going for satchels or ammunition stashes or whatever it is. Just spam it. Sitting here trying to aim it perfectly at it isn't going to work. Just look at the cluster and start spamming it. I really don't know what he wants in the first place. He's got a satchel. I don't know what his play is, but he needs to get some kind of streaks up in the air. Call in a UAV, get one going, call in another one. You can hold on to the rest of the money if you want, because after calling in the advanced UAV, you could still get another UAV. You want to make sure you're holding on to a UAV for this ending. This ending is going to be pretty crazy over in Quarry. All right, he's got a very interesting setup. His loadout consists of two 5.56 weapons, and both of them are built for range. And if his decision for a close range build on the Kilo is to have a VLK, he doesn't trust his own aim. He doesn't trust it at all. There's zero reason for him to have two weapons with the VLK on it. That shows me this player lacks confidence in his aim. That shows me that this player lacks confidence in his close range fighting. Oh, fucking weird. What happened when he got in a fight? He went to ADS and then, oh my God, he's got a VLK on all of his guns. So now what is he doing? Zooming into nothing. And then when he zoomed, he can't track the enemy because he's got such a big zoom on it. Guys, please don't be like him. Do not use two VLK sights on both your weapons. You are hindering your own gameplay and you're going to die. And it's our boy D. Our boy D came back to shit on his face. Let's go. Welcome back, D. It's good to have you back, man. Now, he's in a very awkward position because he's being gate kept and he's got to move out safely. There's a guy close to him, way closer than he thought. Learn the distance of, oh my God, learn the distance of your heartbeat sensor, guys. And our Junior came back. Our other dude came back to kill him too. It's just we're having a three-way right now, man. Let's see if George comes back from the gulag to kill him too. Savage, the gulag's closed, you idiot. I know, I'm kidding. It's a joke. Calm down. But look. Welcome back, man. Welcome back, brother. I thought it was R92 man. It's JR92 man, so we're gonna call him Junior. In that position, he didn't understand the distance of the heartbeat. He thought that the heartbeat scan actually was further away than it actually was. I know the heartbeat. I know how close he was. I would have already had my SMG out ready for him to crown that corner. But because he wasn't efficient in reading his heartbeat, it costed him his life. All right, here we go. Now our boy Junior utilizing the mounting feature. Remember, guys, if your shot's not the greatest and you have a chance to slide up to cover, mount on it and get some shots off on the enemy, make sure you're doing that. All right, your boy's getting his ghost class. Very good decision on that part. He's swapping out his weapons quickly and efficiently. Do not take longer to loot than he just did. I'm not saying he did it slow. He did it great. But don't take longer than that. Now, he's got a UAV up, and there's one person on UAV, so there's 3 other enemies rocking Ghost. There's a bounty near him. Normally, I would tell you guys, go for the bounty. However, with him being in this position with 4 enemies left, what's going to happen, guys? What's going to happen? It's going to give him money instead, or loot, or whatever it is. It's not going to actually display a bounty on the map. That's something he's unaware of. Yeah, I saw that too, Junior. I don't know what the hell's going on. So what he did really wasn't a horrible thing. 1, there's a kill right there. Easy. 2, he's also closer to the mountain. All right, so here we are with an awkward circle, right? It's a building ending, the quarry building ending. This is a very, very rough circle to be in. All right, so here we are in a 1v3. UAV's not detecting anybody. Everyone in the lobby's got Ghost. You got to be very careful on how to loot these buildings. Now, I love the fact that he's not freezing up in a corner and he's scanning. And notice how when he goes through doorways, he looks to his left and to his right. He wants to clear the area. Don't just run in through a hallway and not check your corners, because that's probably why you're getting shot in the back a lot. Now, if I had to guess, there's probably a guy over here in this building, right? Over here to the left. The big old building under the mini-map. If you can't see my mouse, I'm going to have to get a colored mouse here soon. And also, this building right here. I can guarantee you there's at least 2 people, one in each of those spots. So all we got to do is not die to them while looking for the third one. One thing you don't want to do is leave the edge of the circle too early and endings like this. You're standing in the middle of two compounds. These guys could come out of both compounds. Even though you cleared the compound you just came out of, you only cleared one floor. You only cleared the top floor. So we don't know if he's on the bottom. We don't know if he's on the middle floor. And being right here too is very dangerous. It could work in your benefit, assuming you don't get shot off this ladder. I wouldn't climb this ladder. Screw that. Your risk versus reward is not there. And I got to be careful when you start shooting at people and looking down the ridges. Up, told you. There's a guy on a building right there. I knew it. It just comes down to accuracy. Just comes down to accuracy. One of the reasons why I highly recommend a VLK scope is because it gives you that little extra zoom to where you can be more accurate. I love iron sights too, but if you guys are struggling with your accuracy at range, put a VLK on it. All right, so Junior's got to make his way across. He's on the edge of the circle. He's in the worst position right now. However, it seems like everyone else is in a bad position too. I hear coughing under him. There is an enemy under him, so he jumps off, changes his angle, gets the kill. All right, he's got a cluster strike. I would go ahead and throw it. We know there's an enemy over here. So he was shooting the guy on the rooftop, and then we noticed there was another character on that same building that was on the bottom floor on the right side of the building. So I know there was two over there. He just downed one. He just downed one. Clearly he bled out or got executed, whatever the case was. So it's a 1v1 situation. He's got a cluster strike. I would throw that bitch somewhere in the train. Hell yeah, bro. Somewhere in the train to distract the enemy, right? Distract the enemy. Force him out of the trains. Force him out of cover. You know he's not near you because this area just became safe and you're the first person to get there. Boom. Self-explanatory. 17 kill game. Good job, Junior. Look, guys, this gameplay was a perfect example of the fact that you can come back from a rough start. He didn't really have a rough start. He was doing pretty good, but he died, went to the gulag late game, was able to come back, grab his loot, grab a loadout, and end up coming back and killing the guy who killed him and eventually winning the game. We spectated a few noobs, we spectated a few good players, so I'm glad we had the best of both worlds. This was really a mixed lobby. Guys, again, thank you for watching the video. Really appreciate everybody's support and our growth. We're almost at 50,000 subscribers, and that's absolutely phenomenal. If you guys have any recommendations for upcoming videos, or if you guys have certain questions you want to ask for my upcoming how-to videos, make sure you leave those in the comment section below. I'm very interested in hearing all you guys' feedback. Plus, a lot of these videos, a lot of my how-to videos, they all come from the questions that I get in the comment section. But guys, y'all have a good one. Thank you again for watching and good luck in Warzone. Yo, what's going on, guys? Savage here with the hype of Cold War among us and us all seeing the trailer today and getting super hyped out. I know that we're looking forward to the next installment of Call of Duty. But guys, y'all have a good one. I'll see you in the next one.